Hey guys, it's Jalen. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you my update for my Palette Love series. This is a project where I like to focus on just using my palettes. The goal is to roll in 4 to 6 palettes depending on the size that I randomly get chosen for me, and just use them twice during the course of the month. So I have 6 palettes here. I am going to take a bit of a break. This video has slowly been pushed over the course of the year, has been pushed further and further back into the month. And the other part of it is I want to focus a bit more, since we're getting to the end of the year, on some other palettes and shadows that I want to get some use on. So I'm going to take a bit of a break for this project, and I'm going to restart it within the first week or so of 2023. So I'm not going to pull any new palettes today, but we are going to go over the palettes that I did use and what I thought about them. So let me start with the largest one here. These were all randomly chosen for me. The first one is my Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This is actually a rollover from last month because I didn't actually get usage on this one in November, so I rolled this over into December. This is really lovely. I really enjoyed working with some of these, nice shimmers here. The mattes were really nice. I think I even used Dandelion, which for me is what? Shocker. But anyway, this was lovely. I typically don't love palettes that are this warm, but I love this one because it has some really nice plum, well, I guess not plum, but this purple shimmer, this nice pink matte shade, and some of these berry tones. I think they're really pretty. And this one here. Anyway, it's nice. I like the palette. At the end of the day, I like the palette. Next is from Melt. This is the She's in Parties palette. This was a gift from Valerie. I love this. This is beautiful. I used this matte here is stunning. This matte here is also beautiful. Yeah, I really loved this. This is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Thank you, Valerie. Next up, from Too Faced, I have the Natural Matte palette. This was actually a palette that was kind of in the running for my Pan That palette next year, but it's Too Faced and it would take forever to finish. But anyway, here's this palette. This is a really lovely, just neutral toned matte palette. I really loved all the shades that I used in here. They blended out beautifully. And I would at some point consider this as a really lovely Pan That palette to use, because you can pair any shimmer you want with this, since it's an all matte palette. It would take forever, but it would be lovely to pan. Next up, I have a palette from Viseart. This is the Neutral Matte palette. So here's this one. I talked about potentially depotting these shades, and you absolutely can. I don't need to. And I don't want to run the risk of any of the shades shattering, except for I would be okay if this one shattered. The orange. And maybe this gray, because I don't really wear a lot of these kinds of tones in my crease. But the rest of it I really do enjoy. This palette was really nice. It's a nice palette to complement shimmer shades with. Lovely formula. Yeah, not going anywhere. And the last palette that was chosen for me is by e.l.f. This is the Bite Size Eyeshadow Palette in Rose Water. So here's this guy. I actually took this on a work trip with me, and it was so pretty. So pretty. It performed beautifully. I think I paired it with the Too Faced palette. But yeah, this is really it's super cute. The shimmer shades are really nice over a glitter glue. Yeah, I liked this one. This is way to go, e.l.f. And then the palette that I chose is by Pat McGrath. This is the holiday palette from last year, the Celestial Odyssey palette. And I didn't use a ton of shades in here, but I used a handful. I used several of the mattes. So let me just show you what this palette looks like first. Let's see if I can, it's so hard to, let me flip it around. There we go. That's much better. And so I used several of the mats. I mean, I used these two here, down here. I don't think I used this one. I did not. I think I just swatched that. And then I used a couple of the shimmers, like this one, this darker shade down here, and on several different days. And then I think I used the green as well. So, I mean, this to me is a companion palette. I really don't look at this and think I'm going to use this on its own. I think of this palette as a palette that I would pair with something else, but I'm okay with that. I don't need a palette to just be used, you know, like this size of palette. I'm not going to travel with this. It's just too large. That's what she said. So anyway, those are the palettes that I worked on, and I enjoyed all of them very much. I want to kind of swatch some of these Pat McGrath shimmers. They are gorgeous. They're so pretty. They are so pretty. Anyway, so like I said, I'm going to take a break. It's just going to be like a 2-week hiatus. So I'll be back at the beginning of 2023 with a brand new round of palettes to choose from. So that's super exciting. But that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This is a project where I work. Okay, bye.